In another nail-biter, Alabama outlasts South Carolina 27-25 in a performance that leaves more questions than answers.
You know, another game down to the wire. We're kind of getting accustomed to those. You know, I think there's some things that we can certainly do to make sure that it doesn't get to that point. You know, we always talk about finding a way to win. And as many times it maybe looked like we weren't, you know, we did.
An area that the defense severely struggled with was getting off the field in third down situations. I asked Coach DeBoer about this, and the stats speak for themselves.
Coach, what would you attribute the struggles the defense is facing on third down to, and where do you want to see some improvement there?
What were we? 7 for 15. They were 7 for 15. I think they had 5 on one drive, right? 4 or 5, something like that. I remember talking about it on the sideline. And so the rest of the half, 2, right? 2 for rest of the game, 2 for 10. Is that right? I'm just doing rough math. So you can't have 5 of them in a drive, right? And I think there's just you know, just that desire to find a way to make the play. I'll watch the film and we'll all understand what happened on a lot of those. They were in some good situations on some. I remember the ball they caught over the middle was advantageous for us as far as the down and distance. And that's the one where you really got to get off the football field. And those are hard to convert just from an offensive side, and they did. So, you know, a lot of the game I felt like we were doing a solid job. Can't say we were doing a great job, but that drive certainly coming out in the second half set the tone and made it hard for us the rest of the game. So you got to start a little faster when we come out. We talk about the middle 8 going into the half locker room, coming out where they got the ball, and then they had those points at the end of the first half. We just got to do a good job of starting fast, you know, in the middle part of the game, and then obviously finishing. I think we did some things on both ends, but we got to do a good job there before going to the locker room, taking that momentum in.
As far as South Carolina, they were able to limit Jalen Milroe's vertical passing, an area that Milroe calls a strength.
You know, they game plan just like we game plan, so they definitely see how explosive we are on offense. So that's you know, that was definitely something that they saw from us, is that how explosive we are in the vertical game. And so for them to acknowledge that just shows that, you know, they acknowledge, you know, where our strength is. So that was a great job by them. Got to credit, you know, South Carolina for their preparation, on their grit, how well they played together, and they're definitely, you know, a great opponent, a great defense that we just played against.
A win is a win for Alabama, and they'll focus their efforts on their next opponent in the Tennessee Volunteers in Knoxville next week. Emily Grace McWhorter for the Next Round.